some of the things that you were talking about got better, just getting better shots for guys, handling doubles on Luka. But was any of that lost with Milwaukee kind of being able to hit their threes like they did, and then while you're trying to take away the rim?
No, it was a different loss than the other night in Brooklyn. I thought our competitive level was really high. I think overall, it was a tough matchup if we're not at full strength. That's just reality. And I think particularly on the defensive end, our execution of the details, whether it was, our strongs versus Lillard and then not stronging him and allowing him to get to his left hand. I thought our greens were really bad in the post with Giannis, and our rotations out of that were really bad. But, in terms of the guys, the connectedness, the spirit, competitiveness, it was there tonight.
You had talked before the game about Luka and Austin, and obviously both of them got going. What did you see from them offensively tonight?
Yeah, I think Luka looked very comfortable, regardless of the coverages they gave him. And a couple of those turnovers when they blitzed him weren't necessarily his fault, to be honest with you. Again, it goes just back to some execution things and playing lineups we haven't played. And then some of the turnovers were, I think he gets a tough whistle. That's a fact. And then AR, I thought was great all night. And I think sometimes with him, the tendency to want to get going early, particularly with Braun out, is there, and didn't score a ton early, but then really got it going from the second quarter on and was fantastic offensively.
JJ, I don't remember if it was after Boston or Brooklyn, but you said something along the lines of like, while we're not full, we just we have to defend and just play incredibly hard. Yeah. I know you said the competition level was better in your group tonight, but did you see kind of like just sort of the realization that how tough of a matchup was? Did you see it kind of dispirit your guys a little bit? Did it feel like you guys were flying around the same way?
I mean, even AR in the fourth quarter, it was like a 21-point game, and Luka was at the line. He's like, we've been here before. We were here, same situation last year, and we won. Like, I think the guys were good with that. Again, Dame wants to go left. We let him get left a lot. We didn't execute at a high level, and frankly, when you're missing guys, you have to play hard, but you also have to execute. The play hard, play smart. It was the favorite slogan of Billy Hicks at Cave Spring High School. Play hard, play smart. You got to do both. And we played hard. I don't think we played smart defensively. And again, playing a lot of lineups we haven't played all year without practicing together. It's going to happen. Your hope is that with the schedule coming up, you get guys back, obviously, but you hope you can correct some of that in film.
You mentioned that not all of Luka's turnovers were his fault. You mentioned, maybe not executing the best, getting a tough whistle, but I think this is his 6th or 7th game in a row having at least 5 turnovers. A couple of games ago, you mentioned the range that you would prefer him and LeBron stay within. Are you seeing any commonalities in terms of, I guess, how those turnovers are coming for him specifically?
Yeah, I don't know the exact PPP, but I know that we've been pretty good against the shock or the blitz. Relative to some of the other coverages. So I think we've gotten good looks out of that, and some of the turnovers are out of that, but that's natural if you're going to get double teamed sometimes. Again, it goes back to like they are going to put 2 on the ball, and there's one guy on the weak side. Well, the top guy has to pull behind and get to the top of the key, and that's something I'd love to have a bunch of offensive breakdown segments in a practice to get that in, because it's right there. We see it on tape. We watch it at halftime. It's there, and I know Luka's a willing passer, so we'll be able to do that eventually.
And then a last quick one for me. Is everyone who was available tonight expected to be available for tomorrow in Denver?
The expectation is, but again, I don't know how these guys are doing after this game, and I frankly have no idea how they're going to wake up in the morning.
Lakers road trip continues Friday in Denver. Second game of a back-to-back. You can catch all the action right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Our pregame coverage starts at 5:30, leading you up to tip-off at 6:30. Lakers fall to Giannis and the Bucks. They've now lost 3 straight. We'll hear from Austin Reaves coming up.
Access.
Luka the steal. Dalton connect. Reaves. Vando for the dunk. Big game.
Yeah, good anticipation by Luka and saving it to get it out to Dalton, and then a good trailing Vinny Smith into the lane. See more of that.
Bam. Austin Reaves scored 28 points in the loss. Let's go inside the Laker locker room. He's speaking to the media.
Austin, so you got the ice pack on the hand/wrist area there. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Kind of banged up?
That's what you want to call it. But feel good. Happy to be out there playing. Wish we could have, played a little better tonight. I thought we competed, well, but attention to detail wasn't 100% there.
Yeah, individually, JJ was talking about that. It started a little bit slow in the first quarter, but you really found your rhythm and got going. Was there anything that kind of got things moving for you as you maneuvered around?
Yeah, just seen a couple shots go in and kind of gotten a little rhythm, but just the last couple games I haven't shot it well, and it's good to see the ball go in the basket, but we didn't do what we were supposed to do today.
What's the challenge of being without the guys that are out and the 3 starting front court players, and what you guys have to try and do to find ways to win games when you're shorthanded like this?
Yeah, I just think the room for error is, very small. With, Bron, Jax, Rui out. Like you said, 3 starters that play a significant role for us. They do a lot for our team. And, I feel like the guys that have stepped up and, got more minutes have played their ass off and done well. But we just got to figure out a way to, do more as a collective group. These are the times in the season where, you're tested and you got to figure out a way to, weather the storm. And, I have no doubt we'll do that.
Just going through this stretch of the schedule, 2, 3 games in 4 days, Denver tomorrow, while dealing with all these injuries as well.
It's just the nature of the league. I'm sure at some point, every team in the league, goes through some type of adversity and has situations where they, got a couple back-to-backs and, not fully healthy, and Tank kind of running on E. So it's no different for us. We just got to figure out a way, like I said, to weather the storm and, win some games.
As a group, how do you think the overall mentality is? Like, is this a forest through the trees situation where you guys, what kind of team you've been when full? Or is it more just 3 losses in a row now and, like you mentioned, the stretch is pretty tough?
Yeah, I think you look at it, like JJ said, when he walked in, he was like, everything was good a week ago. Like, we was playing good basketball. We won 7 or 8 straight or whatever it was. And, we've had some bad luck with injuries and stuff. And people that are, even playing still banged up a little bit. But like I said, nobody feels sorry for us. Everybody's going to want to, beat us by 30. So we got to figure out a way to, not let that happen and go compete and win games. It's no easy way around it. You just got to, figure it out. And that's, like I said, we don't really have room for, error. We got to go play really good basketball games, and we just haven't done that the last, 2 or so games. I thought, Boston was, third quarter was atrocious for us, but I thought we competed really well.
All right, time now for a little Access 360.
Yeah.
Byron, you break it down for us?
We'll break it down a little bit. Show a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, and just kind of show you what the Lake Show kind of ran into tonight when you play against this Milwaukee Bucks team. And again, obviously the game plan was to come baseline and force Giannis to the baseline. As you can see, you got Gabe right there in the help position. You got Austin down here in help position, forcing baseline. There's your double team. but you can't let him step through the double team, and he finds Lillard out there on the three-point line. So here is just unfortunate, for the Lakes because, again, did a great job of hustling and competing tonight. Again, forcing him baseline. There's your big. But, again, you can't allow him to get around that double team. And now you got a scramble situation, and it just seemed like every play the ball ends up in a Milwaukee Bucks player's hand. So they were getting the 50-50 balls, this little step back over here for a three-pointer, boom, there's another one. So those are two examples. Now here you got what they're doing against Luka, which we talked about earlier, making sure he sees 2 or 3 guys. Now, if we could have run that back, soon as he starts to dribble, Austin leaves the corner, right? We got to get a guy in his vision. So somebody got to come all the way over to make sure he doesn't have to try to throw that home run pass across court. And again, here's another situation where you got a 50-50 ball. You got 3 Lakers almost on the ground. It gets to Porter Jr. in the corner. He buries another three-pointer. Again, we got the same setup. Okay, we're on the corner. Now, this one I want you to see. Brooke is just going to run right down the middle. If we don't pick him up, he gets a layup. But they do cross-court pass. He hits a jump shot. So, again, I think JJ said it, in the postgame. The effort was there. It's just the fact that they just missed certain assignments on the defensive end. So he said it. He said you got to play hard, but you got to also play smart. Yeah. And I think that was the key tonight. And again, they got beat to almost every 50-50 ball, and every time they did, 3-point play. Yeah.
Mistakes have to be limited.
Very much so, especially now.
In a game like tonight and going forward without certain players, and like Byron just showed, it wasn't because they hustle. Sometimes you're going to give up a couple of those, but like allowing Giannis to just like split double team, stuff like that, those are little things that cost you big. So I think to look at the film, the effort is there.
Yeah.
Just, play a little smarter, play a little different, and play a little better.
Byron, nice job at the wall.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.
Luka Doncic with 45 points in the loss. Ties his season high this season. We'll hear from Luke on the other side.